Life, I wonder, will it take me under? I don't know. So I'm just honing in on my message from yesterday. Just a little blurb about not taking life for granted. I am saying to you, listen up. Whether you are a person of faith, whether you have a spiritual preference, or whether you claim to be someone who is self-dependent and reliant on your own understanding, one thing is for sure. A plus B does not equal C in this current season that we are in this game called life. Things are not adding up. News media coverage is not concurrent with world news and happenings. Politicians and the whole political spectrum seems to be confused, extremely digressing from strong stances on position, equivocating, murders everywhere, random shootings in schools seem to be the norm. Weekend numbers of gang and street violence is increasing by the day. Homeowners are buying million-dollar homes in areas where people are sleeping on the street, where the crime rate is disproportionate to the median income of that area. Things are not making sense. Why would someone invest in $1 million home in a crime-riddled area and actually live there? Things are not making sense. Common sense doesn't seem to be common sense anymore. And utilizing our five senses seems to be deemed as inappropriate because we should be trusting in a system to guide us where the educational system has acted, or I should say enacted, a sense of blasphemy to basic morals and principles. I just saw a short the other day where a teacher is actually getting on YouTube to express their support in young people coming to school to change their clothes, to express their true identity because their parents don't understand who they are. And the teacher was boasting on this as if this was a bona fide relationship that the teacher is allowed to have with a student in secret. Teachers are not meant to be parents. Teachers are to be appendages to parents. There should be a parental relationship between the parent and the teacher. The parent is the parent and the teacher is the teacher. The teacher is functioning as a means of educational support and representing the entire educational system for those children who go to school all day and are dependent on teachers to teach them what they need to learn to survive in this life. So we think. So when a teacher boasts on having a confidential relationship with their students based on their students' desire to rebel against the parental system, and go to school and change their clothes, the clothes that their parents either approved of or most possibly saw them leave the home with. But when a teacher can boast on having this secret relationship with students to where they feel they can come to school and change their clothes to the mistrust of their parental relationship and then change their clothes back and go home, is out of order, is unethical, is uncouth, and that man should have lost his job and he should be in a courtroom awaiting trial for some form of emotional or mental abuse, because you are twisting the mind of a child to think that you, the teacher, have autonomy and authority to override the God-given parental bond and narrative. You're a teacher. You're not the parent. No offense to teachers. I myself was a teacher in early childhood education for years. And what I wouldn't do is override parents. What I wouldn't do is create a bond between a child to where a child thinks or thought that they can come to me and tell me secrets, opposed to them going to their parents, opposed to me being a mediator, which is what a teacher should be doing to facilitate relationship and facilitate communication between the child and their parent, their God-given parent. What is this world coming to? What is this world coming to? We talk about food shortage. America is still the, if not one of the richest countries in the world. Food shortage what? Food shortage what? Can someone actually support where, why, and when we as Americans entered into this phase of recessional / depressional food shortage? Inflation is an indicative sign of what is yet to come. When people cannot afford to eat, crime rates go up. When people cannot afford to pay their bills, then you have delinquency in bills, which brings a whole nother resolve. Because when someone cannot pay their bills and they become defunct, God forbid, on their home, their apartment, or whatever the case may be, then you get what you see in some of these major cities or cities around the world, and that is people sleeping on the street, which then is going to promote crime, prostitution, drug usage, death, so on and so forth. It doesn't promote health and wealth. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? TikTokers. I'm a newbie at this. You know what I'm saying? I'm a novice TikToker. I'm a novice. My comfort level is to be on stage, on platforms, speaking to persons from my heart, unscripted, about whatever it is that I have to say. But I have decided to take this opportunity, since we have this free usage of TikTok, to come on here and share my thoughts, to spread some knowledge, spread some ideas, share a thought of the day. But what I am becoming more and more disgusted with is that we're walking with our eyes shut. We're walking with our eyes shut. We are walking with our eyes shut. Will Smith slapping Chris Rock completely annihilated the Russian war off of our news mainstream channels. And that became what? So the main course to our meal is now digesting information about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock when the U.S. was facing a war against Russia? What? What's happening here? Like, what is happening here? Please, other TikTokers, if you're interested in this message, chime in, join in. Let's get together. Let's do a forum. Let's have some type of collective on here where other viewers can come in and just chime in with their thoughts, whether it be written in the comments, however it works. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm a novice on here, but what I am not a novice of is the game of life. You dig? And I do understand how to read in between the lines. I do understand when the rug is being pulled under my feet or the wool is being pulled over my eyes. And I'm sorry to tell you, that's what's happening to us right now. We better get it together. You're not going to be able to say you didn't hear it. If you ain't heard this from nobody, you heard it from me. Wordsmith 1982 on both the YouTube and TikTok platform. I haven't been posting as much as I would like to. That's life. But what I am saying is this is very heavy on my heart. Word of the day is coming soon. Thank you so much for your time.